Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. This afternoon's game is proudly brought to you by Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, the First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, and the Lee County Electric Cooperative. I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a little bit chilly, a little bit breezy afternoon, but the sun's breaking through and should be an absolutely gorgeous day for softball as the Lovington Lady Cats come in at 3-4 on this young season under Coach Stephen McCraw. And today they're taking on the Roswell High Lady Coyotes, who are 7-1, having a pretty good early season under longtime head coach Rebecca Marujo. So with Dawn Morgan, she'll be joining us here in just a little while as we get ready for the start of this one. Of course, last night, the Lovington Lady Cats traveling to Hobbs and losing a tough one there, 15-5. The Lady Cats jumped out to an early 5-0 lead. They got the bats going early, but then kind of got stymied down the stretch. Matter of fact, after that first inning, Hobbs pitching allowed just one hit in that ball game. Now, in that game, though, in that big 5-run first inning, Zabri Rodriguez with a 2-run home run. It was a no-doubter out to left field, and then Layla Hernandez had a 3-run shot out to left field, also a no-doubter last night, accounting for the runs for the Lovington Lady Cats. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups for this afternoon's game, as we will start with the visiting Roswell High Lady Coyotes. Batting first and playing center field will be Emily Esquivel. Hitting second is the shortstop Yadira Aragon. Batting third, playing in right field will be Bella Ornelas. Batting in the fourth slot will be the Roswell pitcher Sarai Morales. Batting fifth, playing third, Jasmine Lucero. Batting sixth is the first baseman, Alana Tarin. Batting seventh is the second baseman, Alexa Estrada. Batting eighth and catching will be Emily Marquez. And batting in the 9 slot for Roswell and playing in left field will be Daniela Hernandez. For your Lovington Lady Cats, your starters for today will be Avery Marquez. She'll be batting first, playing in center field. Batting second is the designated player, Honey Morales. She'll be hitting in place of second baseman, Sabri Sanchez. Batting third and pitching here in this afternoon affair will be Zabri Rodriguez. Hitting in the cleanup spot, playing first will be Jocelyn Olguin. Batting in the 5 slot, playing in the 5 position, that's third base, will be Angelina Corral. Batting 6th, playing in left field, Annalie Chavarria. Batting 7th is the shortstop, Layla Hernandez. Batting 8th and catching, Anahi Quiroga. And batting in the 9 slot and playing in right field will be Zimmery Ellis. So that's the starting lineup for your Lovington Lady Cats. In the field, this is what it'll look like. Your battery will be Rodriguez and Quiroga. Infield first to third, Olguin, Sanchez, Hernandez, and Corral. Outfield from left to right, Chavarria, Marquez, and Ellis. For Roswell in the field, their battery is Morales and Marquez. Infield first to third, Tareen, Estrada, Aragon, and Lucero. Outfield left to right, Hernandez, Esquivel, and Ornelas. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and continue. This is your Lady Cat pregame show here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment this morning, but she'll be joining us here in just a little while as we get ready for the start of this non-district battle between the Lovington Lady Cats and the Roswell High Lady Coyotes. As we mentioned earlier, your starting pitcher today for Lovington will be Zabri Rodriguez. She'll be the pitcher, and of course, Anai Quiroga will be handling the catching duties. For Rodriguez, she came in relief yesterday and pitched an inning in the loss to the Hobbs Lady Eagles. In that inning, didn't have just the best outing that she wanted. But, hey, you know what? It's another day, and now you get to bounce back and try once again. Of course, don't forget, this is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. If you are not already subscribed to that YouTube channel, please do so, because once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to take $100 out of my own pocket and give it to one lucky subscriber just to say thank you for watching the Lovington Lady Cats and Wildcats. So tell your family and friends. Of course, you always get to watch for free thanks to the sponsors that you're hearing and also that you're seeing at the bottom there of your screen. And that $100, that's not coming from the sponsors. It's not coming from the stations. That is coming right out of my pocket. So, hey, take my money and tell your friends subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And, of course, in addition to that YouTube channel, we are also on HobbsAmerica.com. Just click the Lovington Sports link right there on the front page. And I believe we may also be on Facebook today. I'll have to double-check that one as the meeting at the plate with the officials and the coaches has taken place. Now the assistants coming out to say hi to our umpiring crew today as we get ready for the start of this non-district matchup. So Lovington going to be looking to get back to 500 on the season at 4-4. Right now 3-4 for Roswell. They've pretty much been rolling. They are 7-1. And they have won every single game that they've played since the start of the season. So Roswell High, a pretty formidable team this season looks like, as the teams are preparing for the introductions and the national anthem today. Getting ready for the start of this one. Great to have you along. Of course, I'm TJ Miracle. As I mentioned, Dawn Morgan on assignment this morning and afternoon. She'll be joining us here in the booth here in just a little while after we get this one underway. But great to have you with us. Our first time back here at Lady Cat Field since last season. Of course, Lovington is the defending state runners-up in Class 4A from last season, but having to do a little bit of retooling and rebuilding this year. But it is still very early in the season. I mean, just the 8th game of the year for the Lovington Lady Cats. So preparing for the introduction of the teams. Again, we will run down the lineups for you for the visiting Roswell High Lady Coyotes. Batting first, playing center field, Emily Esquivel. Hitting second, playing shortstop, Yadira Aragon. Batting third and playing in right will be Bella Ornelas. Batting fourth is their pitcher, Sarai Morales. Batting fifth, playing third, Jasmine Lucero. Batting sixth is the first baseman, Alana Tarin. Batting seventh and playing second will be Alexia Estrada. Batting eighth is the catcher, Emily Marquez. And batting ninth is the left fielder, Daniela Hernandez. For your Lovington Lady Cats, their starters once again. Leading off and playing center field will be Avery Marquez. Batting second is the DP, Honey Morales. Batting third is the pitcher, Zabri Rodriguez. Hitting in the 4 slot and playing first base will be Jocelyn Olguin. Batting fifth, playing third will be Angelina Corral. Batting sixth, playing in left field, Annalie Chavarria. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Layla Hernandez. Batting eighth is the catcher, Anahi Quiroga. And batting ninth is the right fielder, Zimmery Ellis. Of course, Lovington 3-4 on the season under head coach Stephen McCraw, and their opponents, the Roswell High Lady Coyotes, 7-1 on the year under head coach Rebecca Marujo. So the teams being introduced out onto the field. We will go ahead and take another timeout and come back with the first pitch. You're listening to the Lovington Lady Cats from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. Hey Wildcat fans, Wildcat sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big Blue!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a few minutes. She was on assignment earlier today, making her way here to Lady Cat Field. For the visiting Roswell High Lady Coyotes, they are in the road red jerseys with Roswell along the front. In white for the Lovington Lady Cats, they are in the home whites with the blue letters and numbers, and the blue pants and Wildcats in script on the jerseys. So on the hill for your Lovington Lady Cats here in this afternoon affair, it'll be Zabri Rodriguez. Their battery mate today is going to be Kidoga. Infield first to third, Olguin, Sanchez, Hernandez, Corral. Outfield left to right will be Chavarria, Marquez, and Ellis. So Rodriguez taking her warm-up pitches as we get ready for the start of this one. Leading it off for the Roswell High Lady Coyotes, it'll be Emily Esquivel. She'll be followed by Yadira Aragon and then Bella Ornelas. So the Lady Cats going to bring the infield into the ring, and we are ready to go. First pitch is coming up as we get ready to start this one. Mostly cloudy skies, 49 degrees, and a breeze blowing mostly out, a little bit across the field, too. So that's probably not going to be just a huge part of today's game. So settling into the left side box and leading it off, it'll be Esquivel for the Lady Coyotes of Roswell High. As we get ready to start this one, Rodriguez in the ring will kick and fire, and the first pitch is going to be up and in. That will be ball number 1. So underway here in this afternoon affair between your 3 and 4 Lady Cats and the 7 and 1 Lady Coyotes. Esquivel with the big open stance from the left side box. Rodriguez kicks and fires, and that fastball is going to be high for ball number 2. Outfield playing about 3/4 of the way back, straight away infield at pretty much just their normal depths. Corral may be playing a step or so in over at third. So Rodriguez gets her sign, delivers, swung on, and that one is going to be hit high in the air and out of play over the visiting dugout. And the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. So just underway from here at Lady Cat Field in Lovington. So a 2-1 count at the plate to Emily Esquivel leading off for Roswell High. Off-speed pitch right at the top of the zone is going to be a called strike 2. So the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Esquivel will step out, look down to Coach Marujo at first. Now she settles back in. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Took something off of that one. Ring her up and sit her down. And there is 1 down here in the top of the first inning. So a good pitch for Rodriguez took something off of that one and got Esquivel guessing just a little bit. So 1 away is now Yadira Eragon, the shortstop for Roswell High, will step to the plate. The righty with the open stance. Rodriguez sets and will fire, and the first pitch off speed at the top of the zone. Good pitch, called strike 1. A 1-0 1 strike count to Eragon, the number 2 hitter in this Roswell High lineup. Outfield still playing. They've actually backed up about a half step. Field normal positions. 0-1 pitch on the way, and off speed inside evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count just underway, top of the first inning, 1 down for Roswell High. As Kidoga sends out the signs, and Rodriguez ready to go and delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that one is the floater that is up high, ball number 2. So the 2 ball, 1 strike count. It's great to be back into softball and baseball season. We'll start Lovington Wildcat baseball for you next week. We'll talk more about that as we move through the afternoon here, as Rodriguez will deliver the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to float out of the zone high, ball 3. So with 3 ball, 1 strike count. Rodriguez with a good array of pitches. Sometimes has a little bit of control problem. But so far, so good in this one. 1 down and a 3-1 count, and that pitch swung on, and that one is going to be fouled back into the chain link, and that'll run the count full to Eragon. With 3 ball, 2 strike count, as Eragon steps out, now will settle back in. Rodriguez checks the pitch chart on the wrist and is ready to go. And the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be on the inside corner. Got her looking, ring her up and sit her down. Back-to-back Ks, and there are 2 down for Roswell High here in this top of the first inning. So now it'll be their number 3 hitter, their right fielder, Bella Ornelas, to the plate with 2 down and nobody on. Rodriguez settles in, Kidoga ready, and that one will be a slow roller. Corral handles it at third, the long throw across the diamond, and a huge stretch out. And Olguin stretches out and gets it, and they're checking to make sure she maintained contact with the bag, and she did. Sorry, I got to remember to move the camera on that one, but that is 5-3 on a huge stretch there for Olguin at first, and down go the Lady Coyotes, 1-2-3 in their half of the first. After a half inning, it's Roswell High 0, Lovington coming to the plate. This is Lovington Lady Cat Softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats! Welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. In the top of the first, Roswell High goes quietly 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the first, leading it off for Lovington. It'll be Avery Marquez. She'll be followed by Honey Morales and then Zabri Rodriguez. For Roswell High, their battery is Morales and Marquez. Infield first to third, Tareen Estrada Aragon Lucero. And the outfield from left to right is Hernandez, Esquivel, and Ornelas. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a few minutes on a little bit nippy, but all in all, pretty nice day for some softball. Wind about 10 miles an hour, blowing slightly out and from left to right on this Saturday afternoon as there the throw goes down to second. And we are ready to go here in this bottom of the first inning. So it'll be Marquez, Morales, and Rodriguez. 1, 2, 3 up for the Lady Cats. As Marquez going to do a little field work in the right side. So Avery ready to go. Going to check off on her wristband, and she will step in. Avery yesterday was 0 for 2. Flew out to lead off the game, then grounded out and earned a walk. So she was on one time in 3 plate appearances as the wind and the first pitch swung on, and that one will be lifted in the air to shallow right field, but right at the right fielder Ornelas, who will step under it, and 1 pitch, 1 down on a fly out to right. And there is 1 away for Lovington. So now Honey Morales will step to the plate, the designated player for the Lovington Lady Cats. Yesterday, Honey went 2 for 3 in that ball game. Was on all 3 times she stepped up. 2 singles and reached on a fielder's choice. So she'll step in with 1 down for the Lady Cats. As Morales gets her sign, and she will kick and fire, and that one is going to be up high for ball number 1. So a 1 ball, no strike count, 1 down for Lovington. Bottom of the first inning, no score yet in this non-district matchup from here in Lovington. Morales, a quick worker, fires the 1-0, and that one going to roll in. Marquez will block it out. Nobody on, no harm, no foul if it had gotten past her, but it is ball number 2. So with 2 ball, no strike count, I think that one just came out of Morales' hand a little funny. As Marquez sets up well inside, and the 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be a little looper that'll find its way through between third and short as Hernandez will come over and grab it and fire it in. But it's a 1-out single to left for Honey Morales, and the Lovington Lady Cats are on the board. Now it'll be Zabri Rodriguez stepping to the plate. Zabri yesterday had a 2-run homer in the first. She went 1 for 3 in that ball game. But the 2-run homer in the first, she'd like to mirror that here if she could today. So Rodriguez going to step out. Now she's ready to go with Morales over at first. Marquez will relay the signs out to Morales in the ring. Outfield playing deep. Infield in at the corners. And the wind in the first pitch, and that one will be up high. Runner goes as Morales on her horse and gets it out to second. The ball goes a little bit wide, but it'll be corralled quickly by Esquivel from center. But Morales will get the stolen base, and now Lovington with the runner in scoring position. It was ball 1 at the plate. So it's a 1 ball, no strike count to the number 3 hitter, Zabri Rodriguez, the pitcher-on-pitcher duel. Rodriguez would like nothing more than to help her own cause here in the first. Big open stance right at the front of the box. Morales gets the sign from Marquez, and the 1-0 pitch. Whoa, up and in. And that'll be ball number 2. Or sometimes you'll do that trying to change the eye level of the hitter. Come back and try and break them away and low with something. Or just let them know you're out there. But it's a 2-ball, no strike count, 1 down, but a runner in scoring position for the Lady Cats. And the 2-0 pitch fastball, and came a little up and away with that one, and Rodriguez goes after it. And it's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Rodriguez out. Now she's back in. Marquez will relay the signs to Morales, and the 2-1 pitch, and that one will rise up out of the zone for ball number 3. With 3-ball, 1 strike count. Again, Rodriguez with park power, to be sure. Jocelyn Olguin waits on deck. Standing at second is Honey Morales, who reached on the single and then stole second. And the 3-1 delivery on the way, and that one is going to be right down the pipe, knee high, as Rodriguez watches it go by, and it'll run the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Full count, 1 down, and the payoff pitch on the way, and that one is going to be fought off the fist, and it is buffed by Terine, but she manages to get it over at first and will step on the bag herself, so it is a ground out for out number 2, but Morales will move over to third on the little dribbler. Almost acts like a sack bunt. So now Jocelyn Olguin will step in with 2 down, but a runner at third. See if Lovington can put the pressure on these Lady Coyotes. Like to do some 2-out damage. So Olguin will step in and settle into the right side box. As Morales on the far first base side of the rubber will kick and fire. First pitch, and took something off of that one, and it misses outside. Ball 1. Oh, the 1-ball, no strike count, no score yet. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Lovington threatening, though, with Morales over at third, but 2 down as Olguin will step in. Morales a quick worker after she's ready to go, and the pitch, and got her with the riser as Olguin chases out of the zone and evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1 strike count as the sun kind of trying to peek out a little bit here. So it's a 1-1 count. And the pitch, and that one going to rise out of the zone for ball number 2. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. As Olguin will step out momentarily. Now she's going to step back in. The 1-2 the count, 2 down for Lovington, but a runner at third. Morales in the 2-1 pitch, and that one going to bounce on the plate. It gets away from the catcher Marquez, throwing it over to the plate, not in time, and the wild pitch will score the run, and Lovington will go up early by a score of 1-0. So the 1-0 score on the wild pitch will cash in Morales from third, and it will run the count to 3-1 to Olguin at the plate. So now the base is cleared. Lovington leading 1-0. As Morales will fire the 3-1 pitch up high, ball 4, and Olguin will work the 2-out walk. And Lovington going to try and keep the line moving. So now it'll be Angelina Corral. So Corral will step in. Corral singled yesterday in the first. She went 1 for 2 in that ball game. Also worked a walk. So Corral, the number 5 hitter and third baseman for the Lady Cats, settles in over at first as Olguin, who reached via the walk. First pitch and swung on and missed as chasing one out of the zone is Corral, strike number 1. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count as Olguin stands at first. But 2 down, but a run plated for the Lady Cats. Setting up well inside is Marquez in the 0-1 pitch and tries to get her to chase another one up high. Corral says, nah, I think I'll hold off, and it'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Morales now taking a little bit more time. She'll go right to the middle of the rubber this time out, and the 1-1 pitch swung on a little off-speed pitch, and that one is going to be looped over into the on-deck circle for Lovington. And it'll make it a 1 ball and 2 strike count. So the 1-2 count. 2 down, runner at first is Olguin. Corral at the plate for Lovington. Marquez going to go inside, and the 1-2 pitch up high. And that evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2 strike count. Lovington already plated 1 run. Going to see if they can keep the inning going, maybe get a few more here. Now it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Corral right at the front of the box, slightly open stance. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, and that one is hit off the fist. Goes to the second baseman, Estrada, who will fire over to Tureen at first in time for out number 3. 4-3 for out number 3, but Lovington puts a run across. We've played an inning. It's Lovington 1, Roswell nothing. This is Lovington Lady Cat Softball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. In the bottom half of the first inning, the Lady Cats get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 runner stranded. We head to the top of the second, leading it off for Roswell. It'll be Sarai Morales. She'll be followed by Jasmine Lucero and Alana Tureen. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Lady Coyotes. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a little while as the Lady Cats now with the 1-0 lead. So Morales will step in. Pitcher-on-pitcher duel. She's pitching this game today and is the cleanup hitter. In the ring, Rodriguez gets her sign, fires, and that one is going to be off the mark outside. Actually gets away from Quiroga, ball 1. Of course, nobody on, so no harm, no foul. A 1-0 lead for the Lady Cats. Outfield playing fairly deep and straight away. Infield just at their normal positions. Oh, it's a 1-0 count to Morales and the pitch, and that one going to sail on Rodriguez just a little bit. Ball number 2. Oh, 2-0 the count. As Morales steps out now, she's back in. Wind picking up just a little bit, but it's kind of been a little gusty today. And the 2-1 pitch, checking it up, and yep, she held up as that one will go high and wide for ball number 3. And with a 3-ball, no strike count, as Rodriguez will get ready to deliver a 3-0 pitch. I think probably the take sign not going to be on for Morales, and doesn't matter as it is high anyway for ball number 4. So the leadoff runner is on for Roswell High on 4 straight pitches. That kind of bit the Lady Cats a little bit yesterday. There's way too many walks in that game. So now it'll be the third baseman, Jasmine Lucero, stepping in with a runner on and nobody out. Lovington, what you want to do here, avoid the big inning. As Rodriguez kicks and fires, that one will be a little dribbler foul down the third baseline for strike number 1. As Lucero got around on that one pretty quickly, but misfired. So now it's a no ball, 1 strike count. The runner at first is Morales, who reached via the 4-pitch walk. So runner on, nobody out, top of the second. Lovington with a 1-0 lead. Infield, outfield, still pretty much their normal positions. As the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to come up and in, ball number 1. And so the count evens up at 1-1. Rodriguez with pretty good stuff out there. Can definitely pop the glove. Quiroga checks the wristband. Rodriguez checks the wristband, and here we go. And the 1-1 to Lucero, as that one is going to miss the zone high. Ball number 2. The 2-ball, 1 strike count. Lady Cats with the 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. The sun kind of breaks through just a little bit. Lucero settles back in, and the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hammered but foul down the third baseline and go all the way to the fence. And even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lucero going to go over and Coach Marujo going to say, yeah, something didn't sound quite right with that bat. And so Rodriguez going to change out her bat and head over. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Yeah, you hate to lose a bat, especially if it's your favorite. So it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Nobody out, top of the second. Runner at first is Morales. And with the new bat, Lucero back in. As Rodriguez will deal the 2-2 pitch, checking it up. That'll be ball 3 high. So that'll run the count full, 3-2. First full count worked by any of the Roswell High hitters. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Rodriguez, you do not want to lose this hitter. And the payoff pitch, and that one is going to be low and in, ball 4. And so back-to-back walks as Roswell High in business here in their half of the second. So now it'll be the first baseman, Alana Tureen, stepping to the plate. As Quiroga going to head on out and bring the infield in, have a quick word with Rodriguez while we have a moment. Say a big thank you to Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Auto Supply. Also the Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Service, and Lee County Electric Cooperative making Lovington Lady Cat softball possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So the meeting at the mound has broken up. 2 on, nobody out. And Roswell High threatening here in the top of the second. So that'll be the first baseman, Tureen, settling in. And the first pitch from Rodriguez, and she will fire that one over the outside corner. Strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike the count. Lucero at first, Morales at second. And the pitch to Tureen swung on, and that one is hit high in the air, and coming up and making the grab is Marquez. Wind hanging that one up a little bit. Don't think it would have mattered either way. It'll be a fly out to center, and there is 1 down now for the Roswell High Lady Coyotes. Now Alexia Estrada, the second baseman, will settle in. Pretty neutral stance. Sits up right at the front of the box. Runners at first and second. 1 down. Lovington with a 1-0 lead here in the second. And the first pitch shows bunt and misfires and squibs it back to the fence. Strike number 1. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count. Estrada waited late to drop that one down. That you'll check off on the wristband, which has become pretty ubiquitous in the softball world the last decade or so. So Estrada back in. Rodriguez gets her sign, and the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be oopsied and gets away from the catcher, Quiroga. I thought maybe she got a piece of that one. She did not. It was just a swing and a miss, and the runners will advance on the passed ball. But it is no balls and 2 strikes. But the pass ball moves the runners. And so the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to float away for ball number 1. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Estrada at the plate. 1 down, but now runners in scoring position for Roswell High. Rodriguez will check on the pitch count. She's ready to go, and the 1-2 pitch swung on. That'll be a hard shot right up the middle. That'll get 1 run home. They're just going to hold it at 1 run, and so it is an RBI single for Estrada back up the middle. And we are tied at 1 as that'll cash in Morales. Lucero will move over to third. So we are tied now at 1 apiece as the number 8 hitter, Emily Marquez, will come to the plate. Marquez, the number 8 hitter and catcher, with Lady Coyotes at the corners. All tied at 1, 1 down. The wide, and the first pitch swung on, and that one will be chopped foul over by the Roswell dugout. Strike number 1. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. But Lady Coyotes at the corners. Estrada at first after the RBI single to center, and Lucero at third. Lovington, you want to find a way out of this inning just as quickly as you can get there, as Roswell High has tied it up at 1 apiece. 0-1 pitch on the way from Rodriguez, swung on, and that one will be lifted high in the air to shallow center field. Coming on and laying out for it is Marquez, and she will make the grab on the little dying quail out there as Marquez will lay out and get it, and it'll be a weak fly out to center. And there is 2 away, and that will keep the runners plastered right where they are at first and third, and that one not deep enough to cash in the runner from third, so Lucero has to stay stapled at third. So now 2 away, and the number 9 hitter, Daniela Hernandez, to the plate. Oh, Hernandez to the plate, the righty left fielder, and number 9 hitter for Roswell. Roswell with Lady Coyotes at the corners have tied this one up at 1 apiece. Rodriguez trying to pitch her way out of a bit of a jam. And the line in the first pitch, and that'll be a slow roller. It's handled by Corral at third. Over to first to Olguin. In time, 5-3 for out number 3. But Roswell High will tie this one up. We've played an inning and a half. We're all tied at 1. Lady Cat softball continues in a moment from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Hey, Wildcat fans. Wildcat sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big Blue!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a little while as we head to the bottom of the second inning, all tied at 1. Roswell High gets 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 runners stranded for Lovington. Leading off, it'll be Chavarria. She'll be followed by Layla Hernandez, then Anahi Quiroga. It is 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Cats. Chavarria, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. Chavarria yesterday was 1 for 3 in that game against Hobbs. So Chavarria will settle in to the right side box with the open stance. As Morales gets her sign from Marquez, first pitch swung on, and that one will be shot out of play. Strike number 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count just underway, bottom of the second inning. A 1-1 tie here on a chilly afternoon in the Love City. A no ball, 1 strike count. Morales will kick and fire, and that one hung up in the hands and goes to the fencing and evens up the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield playing fairly deep and straight away. Infield, their normal positions. Taking a moment, it'll be Chavarria. Now she's back in. Morales looks into Marquez, has her sign, and the 1-1 pitch, fastball, going to run away and make it a 2 ball and 1 strike count. 2-1 the count. Just underway, as we mentioned, bottom of the second inning. Chavarria with a 1-2 count and the pitch, and that one going to be swung on and fouled into the screening. And leaving the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Chavarria, leading things off here in this second inning. All tied at 1 apiece. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Chavarria out, now she's back in. Morales looks into Marquez. Now she goes right to the middle of the rubber and will fire the 2-2 pitch, and that one is going to be high and gets away from the catcher. Nobody on, though, no harm, no foul, and it will run the count full for Chavarria at the plate. So Chavarria will take the deep breath, look over to Coach McCraw in the third base box. Now she's back in and ready to go as Morales has the sign and the payoff pitch swung on and foul tipped. And so Chavarria will stay alive, and we will try again at 3-2. All tied at 1 here in this bottom of the second inning. Lovington trying to get back to 500 on the year. Roswell looking to keep a 7-game winning streak going. As Morales is ready, and the payoff pitch, and that one's going to come inside, ball 4. And so the leadoff walk worked by Chavarria. And the Lady Cats in business here in their half of the second. So now to be Layla Hernandez, the shortstop for the Lady Cats. She went 1 for 2 yesterday at a 3-run blast in the first and reached via an error and was left stranded in the third. So Hernandez to the plate. They'll try and keep the line moving for the Lady Cats. Runner at first is Chavarria. As Morales now is ready to go, and the first pitch swung on, and that'll be a little oop-de-oop over to first, and it is grabbed, and then a double off as Chavarria was taken off, and so Hernandez is out on the fly out to first, and then Chavarria is out 3-4 as Estrada comes over to cover, and so it'll be a double play, and just like that, there are 2 down for the Lovington Lady Cats. And so now it'll be Anahi Quiroga to the plate, the catcher for Lovington, with 2 down here in the second. Just a little base running oopsie there cost the Lady Cats an out. That one an off-speed pitch. It is going to be hammered, and Aragon tries to just stab it instead of moving over to grab it, and it'll get by her. She takes about 2 steps over towards third. She probably has a play on that one, but Quiroga finds the hole, and so we'll go ahead and call that a single to shallow left field, and so the 2-out single for Quiroga. She'll stay in to run for herself as now Zimmery Ellis will come to the plate with 2 down for Lovington. Quiroga over at first as Morales will kick and fire, and that one going to roll in. It is going to bounce off the chest protector of Marquez and skitter up the third baseline, and taken off towards second will be Quiroga, so she'll move on the passed ball. And it is ball 1 to Ellis at the plate. Now Coach McCraw going to come over, have a word with Ellis. And he wants to have a word with the umpire as well. Maybe he's going to put in a courtesy runner for Quiroga. With Quiroga being the catcher. You have a courtesy runner for it any time. Or maybe not. Yep, we will have a courtesy runner going in as Chloe Corral will check into courtesy run for Quiroga. Chloe getting the base sliding mitt on, and we'll head over. So Quiroga head back into the dugout and get ready to catch the top of the third inning. She'd like another chance to hit again this inning. I think we'd all like to see that. So now it'll be Corral standing over at second as the courtesy runner, as it's a no ball, or rather a 1-ball, no strike count to Ellis at the plate. Morales gets the sign from Marquez, ready to go, and the pitch swung on. That'll be a slow roller. Aragon handles it at short, fires it over to first, and Tarin in time, 6-3 for out number 3. So a base running oopsie cost the Lady Cats an out, and we head to the third, tied at 1. This is Lovington Lady Cats softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. In the bottom of the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on for the Lady Cats. As we head to the third, it'll turn the lineup over For Roswell High, it'll be 1, 2, and 3. Esquivel, Aragon, and Ornelas to the plate. Esquivel, a strikeout victim, back in the first against Rodriguez. So Rodriguez still in the ring for Lovington. We are tied at 1 as we head to this top of the third inning. As Rodriguez will kick and fire, and that one up over the head of Esquivel, ball number 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan making her way up to the booth. Will be joining us here momentarily. As Rodriguez going to check on the pitch chart and the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball will come outside, and it'll be ball number 2. So with 2 ball, no strike count, just underway, top of the third inning. Outfield for the Lady Cats, fairly deep and pretty straight away. Ellis shading slightly over towards the line in right. And the 2-0 pitch. Ow, ding-dong, right into the head. That's why they wear the helmets. So hit by pitch. Esquivel looks like she's okay. And so the hit by pitch will put a runner on for Roswell High. Great to have you with us. And hi, Dawn Morgan.
Hey.
Welcome.
Well, thank you. Glad to be here. I hope I haven't missed too much. Looks like a couple of innings.
Yep, we are just underway here in the top of the third, all tied at 1. So now it'll be Aragon coming to the plate. Aragon, a strikeout victim, back in the first. As Rodriguez will look in, gets the sign from Kidoga. Runner at first and showing bunt and laying it down, but it'll squib foul down the third baseline. Charging in is Corral on strike number 1. 0 ball, 1 strike count. Esquivel at first after being hit by the pitch. And now Aragon at the plate. She's also a strikeout victim back in the first inning. She is 0 for 1 officially. Bella Ornelas waits on deck. And then it'll be Sanae Morales in the hole. Rodriguez bends way over and delivers, and that pitch, that's going to be fouled off the end of the bat. For strike 2, Aragon, maybe she's not real comfortable bunting the ball. Of course, the pitcher, Rodriguez, has a little something to do with that. Pretty good movement on that last one. It's a 0 ball, 2 strike count. Runner at first, and a 1-1 score here in the third. So Rodriguez will check the pitch tracker. Now she's ready, and the 0-2 pitch, and that one tries to get her to chase. It's up and away, ball 1.
She raised the elbow. Aragon thought about it, but with 2 strikes on her, she decided to let it go. But she's got to be in protect the plate mode.
No, now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. And Rodriguez will fire, and that one is a slow roller. Hernandez going to handle it. Comes to second.
Ooh.
Comes the short way to get the fielder's choice. Wasn't sure that was the right choice, but it'll work. And so Esquivel is out 6-4 for out number 1. And Aragon will reach on the fielder's choice.
That was a nice scoop by Hernandez and a good quick flip throw there to get her just in the nick of time.
So runner still at first, but now 1 away for Roswell High as Ornelas steps in, and she'll chop the first one foul out towards the fence and left, strike 1.
Ornelas grounded out to third base, her first time up, second plate appearance right here.
So she is 0 for 1.
Looks like she hit the first, and she might have hit the first pitch that she saw.
Yes, she did.
On that first attempt, and she stood up here and hit the first one she saw this time.
The runner at first is Aragon. And the 0-1 pitch took something off of that one, and it dies in the dirt, blocked out by Kidoga. Evens count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Ornelas, the right fielder, at the plate, sets up right in the middle of the box. Pretty neutral stance. 1-1 pitch on the way from Rodriguez, and that one is going to be a little liner out into right that is going to fall in. And so it's a 1-out single to right for Bella Aragon, and Roswell High in business now.
I tell you what, that ball was fielded about as well as you could expect, though. There was no chance for her to run up and get that ball. It was a line drive that was just gonna fall, in front of Ellis. Instead, she ran up on it, grabbed it, made a good throw into second, and held the runner right there at second.
So now a pitcher-on-pitcher duel is Sanae Morales to the plate. Ornelas at first, Aragon at second. 1 down here in the top of the third. Rodriguez ready to go, and the first pitch swung on, and that one will be hammered over to the shortstop. It's going to be bobbled by Hernandez, and nothing she can do about it. It'll be an E6, and that will load the bases full of Lady Coyotes with Jasmine Lucero coming to the plate.
And I hate to see that. Layla Hernandez, usually a pretty sure ball handler out there, but she did have a runner crossing in front of her about that time, and it's possible that she was just, a little distracted by that reach for the ball, tried to throw it before she had good handle on it. So an unusual error, but hey, a force on any base now for Lovington.
As Lucero will step in, she'll take the first pitch and is shooting for the fence. Instead, shoots it back into the fence for foul, strike one. Outfield playing fairly deep. And straight away infield in slightly. With the bases loaded and less than 2 outs, only one away, tied at 1, but Roswell trying to break things open here. It's an 0-1 count to Lucero, and the pitch swung on, and that one will be lifted foul over the Lovington dugout for strike two. I think Lucero may be up there trying to be the hero a little bit here, Dawn.
Yeah, she's definitely pointing her bat up. She's kind of scooping up. She doesn't want to hit a grounder. She, of course, Lovington would like for her to keep it on the ground and make it a playable ball, get an out, maybe a DP out of it. But it looks like she's kind of swinging up and definitely trying to get it out to the outfield.
So a no-ball, 2-strike count as Rodriguez checks on the wristband. Quiroga 2 behind the plate. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to be up and away. Quiroga has to come out of the stance to save a run, ball one.
Yeah, and a nice leap up from the crouch and to get that, because that would have been a pass ball, and it certainly probably would have scored one. So good job by Quiroga there, and, of course, Rodriguez want to bring it back down to the zone.
1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is going to be hammered foul over to the Lovington batting cages. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, I think Lucero, instead of worrying about putting it in play, I think is worried more about getting it in the air and trying to hammer it, trying to do a lot of damage here. And sometimes you can get that with, especially with high school players, pros,
Sure.
college and pros too. They want to be the hero, get
Sure.
the big hit, and the 1-2 makes it 2-2 as that one rises out of the zone and evens the count.
I think Rodriguez thought she might go for that, and I thought so too. When it was floating over, I thought, boy, that's a little off-speed floater that is going to be hard to pass up, but she laid off of it.
So the 2-ball, 2-strike count to Lucero as Rodriguez fires. 2-2 pitch swung on. That'll be a liner into right field. That one is going to go all the way to the fence. It'll get 1 run home. It'll get 2 runs home. It'll get 3 runs home as the ball comes in, and it is a bases clearing 3 RBI double to right for Jasmine Lucero. And just like that, it is 4-1 in favor of Roswell High.
Yeah, a tough line drive. And, Rodriguez had been trying to keep the ball away from the middle of the plate, I think, for her. And now she grooved one right down the pipe, and Lucero just laid on it and launched that into a tough line drive.
And that'll be Tareen to the plate, and she'll show bunt and wave at one, strike number 1. Tareen flew out to center. Big play out in center by Marquez. Her last time up, just a dying quail out there, but
right.
Marquez laid out and got it.
Well, Roswell's got some outs to give, and it looks like maybe they're trying to sacrifice, get that runner over to third.
A 1-pitch curveball outside.
And maybe even force Lovington to a throwing error and try to get her home. But Lovington does not want to give up another run here at all, so they got to tighten back up.
Now a 4-1 ball game, and it's a 1-1 count to Tareen at the plate. 1 down. Lucero at second after the bases clearing double. 1-1 pitch from Rodriguez, and that one is going to be high, ball number 2.
It looked pretty good. Quiroga held the glove there an extra half second to try to get the ump to say, hey, maybe you can catch the corner. Maybe you can call this one. Ump didn't go for it.
Yeah, trying to get him to catch the top of the zone. Unfortunately, in the corner, too. So the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little lifter, and it's going to make it over the head of Hernandez and out into right. And now you've got Lady Coyotes at the corner after the 1-out single, the little Texas leaguer for Tareen.
Yeah, kind of in baseball. In baseball, it would have been a little dying quail, the flare that just kind of dropped. It just went right over Hernandez's head. She was stretching with every inch of her being to try to get that one, but there was no chance at that for her or for the left fielder to be able to come in and get it. Nothing you could do about that.
Yeah, as they say, hit them where they ain't, and that's exactly what happens now. Alexia Estrada steps in at an RBI single her last time up. She'll take the first pitch and shoot it foul for strike number 1. Estrada was left stranded at first, but is 1 for 1 in this ball game. As Quiroga shaking off the dirt that got into the mask as the wind kind of shifted momentarily and came in. Is blowing for the most part left to right. If the sun would just peek out a little bit more, it'd be a really pretty nice afternoon. And timeout going to be taken. And going to check on coaching staff for Lovington. Going to check on Quiroga.
Just give her
I don't know, almost
quick check. I don't know. I didn't see anything. She just
unless she caught one in the head or
yeah,
something.
Could be. Maybe that from that angle, maybe they could see a bat that maybe just went back too far, or maybe
It may
caught
be.
her mask or something.
No,
so.
smile for Quiroga. And
Yeah, she's saying she's looking out at the crowd like, "Hey, I'm all good. I'm all good. Don't worry about me."
no,
You got to be so tough when you're a catcher. I tell you,
I couldn't do it.
Life is hell back there. You got you're doing everything from a squat, and you're in a dangerous place.
A 1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little looper that'll go foul down the first baseline and over the head of a chasing Olguin. So it'll be strike number 2, and runners will stay planted at first and third for Roswell High, trying to do more damage here in their half of the third. Yeah, I never wanted to be a catcher. My brother loved catching. Of course, you and I both know my brother. He's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to be crazy when you start out as catcher. If you're not, you'll get that way quickly.
0-2 pitch on the way to Estrada, and that one is up high for ball number 1 as Quiroga quickly fires it back to Rodriguez, I think trying to lull Olguin or Lucero off a little bit. They stay firmly planted on the corners.
Only 1 out.
And 3 runs across this inning for Roswell High. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, and off-speed pitch, and got her, ring her up and sit her down. Third K of the ball game for Zabri Rodriguez. And that'll bring the number 8 hitter, Emily Marquez, to the plate.
So runners still at the corners, first and third for Roswell. 2 outs now, and Lovington can shut them down. They need to seal this off here, get back in the dugout, and get those runs back.
Marquez 0 for 1, flew out to center last time up. Off-speed pitch, just missing outside.
Yeah.
Ball 1.
Quiroga again framing that up for the just a bit and hoping that it caught the corner just, as you said, maybe just a little outside.
So the 1 ball, no strike count. Rodriguez quickly back to work, and the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be hammered to deep left field. It is trailing over, and giving chase is Chavarria, and she will make the grab in foul territory down the line at the fence.
What an amazing catch. We couldn't actually see the catch itself because the dugout was blocking it out, but we saw her running for it into foul territory and hangs on to it. What a great catch. Great run.
So we've played 2.5 here at Lady Cat Field. It's Roswell 4, Lovington 1. We're back in a minute. Lady Cat softball continues from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
And welcome back to Lovington girls softball. In the top of the third inning, 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, and Roswell is leading 4-1. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle.
Thank you very much, Dawn Morgan. As the Lady Cat lineup will turn over, it's Marquez, Morales, and Rodriguez due up. So 1, 2, and 3. Just like it was for Roswell in their half of the third. Now Lovington playing from behind, 4-1. Marquez 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Flew out to deep right her first time up. So she's going to step in and get ready to go. Still in the ring is Morales for Roswell High. And we've got the umpire, I think, telling Lovington players, they need to be back in the dugout. So a dugout warning issued. So now Marquez will step in. We're ready to go as Morales looks into her catcher, Marquez. And we are ready to go as Avery ready in the wind, and the first pitch swung on, and that'll be a little line shot that's going to drop into shallow right field and drop in. So Avery takes the first pitch and just shoots it into shallow right for the leadoff single. Lovington in business.
And that's how you want to start off. When you know you're coming to a bat and you've got some work to do and some runs to make up, you want your leadoff batter to do just that. Just get everybody excited, get on, and get ready for the next one up.
So now it'll be Morales stepping in. She is 1 for 1, singled to left her last time up, stole a base and scored Lovington's lone run. So Marquez at first as Morales will step in. As first pitch is going to be up and in, ball number 1 as Morales showing bunt, pulls it back, then has to get out of the way of it.
A bunt, not a bad call in this situation, as, we got one on, no outs, and Lovington, needing every run they can get. So you might want to think about small ball until maybe you can get into a position to break this one out.
1-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be shot in the air to shallow center field, but plenty of time for Esquivel to come over and get it. The wind carrying it over into right center. But Morales just popping it up, and I think the wind holding it up a little bit. So a pop out to center. So one down now is Zabri Rodriguez to the plate. Zabri grounded out to first her last time up, so she is 0 for 1. But a chance to help her own cause in a pitcher-on-pitcher duel against Morales. So runner on first, one down for the Lady Cats, trailing 4-1. As Morales comes to the third base side of the rubber this time, and the first pitch rolls in to Marquez, and it'll be ball number 1.
Yeah, inside and very low. And
one thing I've noticed about Morales on the mound is she moves around a lot on the rubber. She doesn't have just one spot where she always goes.
Sometimes
she'll stay in the middle this time, and the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to fly away. Ball number 2 as Marquez come out of her crouch and go into the left-hand box pretty much to get that one, to keep it from sailing past and to keep Marquez over at first.
And most pitchers will use, their hand, the hand position on the ball itself, and they're delivering their motion to throw different pitches and varies. But
2-0 pitch inside on the off-speed pitch, ball number 3.
But a few pitchers will, work left to right on the rubber to help them, throw either inside or outside, and that's an easy tell if you're an opposing team and you watch the pitcher enough. Sometimes her position on the rubber, if she changes it, will telegraph what pitch she's throwing.
3-0 pitch inside, ball 4, and working the walk is Rodriguez, and so that'll put Lady Cats at first and second. Marquez moves to second. Now Rodriguez at first. Third walk issued by Morales. So now it'll be Jocelyn Olguin who worked the walk back in the first. She's going to try and do some damage here with 2 on and 1 out, and the Lady Cats trailing by 3.
Yeah, it's a good part of your lineup to have when you've got 2 on, as Olguin batting in that cleanup position.
So Olguin will step in the first pitch. She shows bunt and waves at it, and they're going to try and get a rundown going, and catching off and sliding in was Marquez under the tag of Lucero.
Nice work.
But almost another disaster on the base paths for the Lady Cats. So Rodriguez has to retreat back to first. But now Lady Cats at the corners, and it is ball 1 to Olguin at the plate.
And probably, dropping and showing the bunt did, help give that little just half a second advantage to the runner.
Actually, it's strike. Actually, it was strike 1 on Olguin because she did wave at that one.
She waved at it, left it down, but certainly may have been the distraction needed to just get that half a second to get that runner safe, sliding in under the tag at third.
So no balls, 1 strike the count, and the pitch, and that one going to be swung on and missed, and it is strike 2 as Olguin trying to do the damage and just chases one a little high and in.
Yeah, and that ball had some late movement on it. I did notice that Morales did step over to the edge of the rubber to deliver that one, so that is interesting.
So the no ball, 2 strike count. Lady Cats at the corners and the pitch up and in. Chin music there for ball 1. The 1 ball, 2 strike count, outfield playing fairly deep for Olguin. Infield, much their normal positions with one down.
Morales trying to move her back a little bit. Might look for one on the outside now. If she felt like she moved her back in the box just a little, she might
move her back, change
counter.
The eye level. Yeah, the 1-2 pitch, and that one took something off of it and shortens the swing and shoots it foul and out of play. And that'll be stay 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just a little change up that it was just dead straight down the plate, though. No movement at all on that ball, just a little slower. And O'Gean did wait, just not quite long enough. She saw that it was coming in and that it looked good, and she waited half a second, but still fouled that off.
1-2 delivery on the way. Swung on and missed, runs it by her, and they're going to throw that one out and just concede second. So Rodriguez will get the stolen base, but O'Gean, the first strikeout victim of the game for Morales. But now runners at first, or rather at second and third. And so there is 2 down now for the Lady Cats, and it'll be Angelina Corral to the plate. Corral grounded out to end the first over to the second baseman.
2 outs, 2 on. Hate to waste those runners. You don't want to strand them out there. Bring them in.
First pitch to Corral is up and in. Ball number 1.
And it almost hit her elbow. I mean, that was definitely inside. As Corral didn't move, but that ball came pretty close.
So a 1 ball, no strike count to Corral at the plate. Runners at second and third, and the pitch fastball outside. And that'll make it a 2-0 count. With 2 ball, no strike count. Runners at second and third for the Lady Cats. They trail by 3. 4-1 our score. 2 outs, bottom of the third.
It's a good time in the game to make a move. Got to move these runners in.
Pitch, and that one taking something off of it, and it just floats up high. Ball number 3. So a 3 ball, no strike count.
We saw in the game against Hobbs yesterday evening that I think in almost every 3-0 case, coach had the batter taking the pitch.
And the 3-0 pitch on the way, and that one right down the pipe, and it'll be strike 1. Yeah, and he has the take sign on that time. Corral may not see a better pitch than that.
That was beautiful.
And, of course, the thinking behind, not taking that 3-0 is sometimes you'll get a really good pitch.
Right.
And that one rolls in ball 4, and it'll load the bases full of Lady Cats.
You get play the percentages on it because it's if a pitcher has to throw the strike, a lot of times she does. But then a lot of times that's what happens is the next pitch, the pressure, they feel the pressure off a little bit, and the next pitch will be a ball. And they've done studies about that, and they show statistics that if the 3-0 pitch comes in as a strike, the next one after that is often a ball.
So Chavarria will step in, and the first pitch to Annalee will be up high for ball number 1. Well, Annalee worked a walk and then was doubled off back in the second inning. So she's 0 for 0, but she does have a plate appearance. And the 1-0 pitch quickly right down the gut, belt high.
Ooh.
Wow, I wanted to swing at that one from up here, but Annalee apparently thought, that's not quite what I wanted, and it'll even the count at 1-1.
The pressure is on the batter is so heavy when you've got bases loaded and 2 outs. Just the weight of the world is on your shoulders there.
And you're trailing by 3 on top of that. And the 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be shot foul and over to the tennis courts for strike number 2.
There's a good cut at it, just a little bit late and a little toward the end of the bat, but I like her thinking maybe she watched a strike go by, then she cut it one, fouled it off. Maybe this will be the one to groove.
So the 1 ball, 2 strike count. Chavarria at the plate and the pitch, and that one is going to get away from the catcher, Marquez, and that will score. Avery Marquez from third base on the wild pitch, and Lovington gets one of the runs back. Now they've cut the lead in half. It is 4-2. Everybody else moves over. Rodriguez now at third, and Corral at second. And a 2-2 count at the plate to Chavarria.
And of course, Chavarria.
Marquez sets up well inside, and the 2-2 pitch swung on. That one hit off the fist, and it's going to find its way through into shallow center. That'll get 1 run home. That will get 2 run home, and a throw down to first, and in time as Chavarria was caught.
But
playing off of first once again. That's the second base running error she's made. So she'll have a 2 RBI single, and then she is going to be out 6-3 for out number 3, but Lovington gets a couple more runs across. We'll be back. We are tied at 4.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. The Lady Cats tie it up in their half of the third. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. As we head to the 4th inning, here's Dawn Morgan.
Well, thank you very much, TJ. Yeah, top of the 4th inning, and it was a good at-bat for Lovington as they tied it up. They just could not keep the momentum going as the hero of the inning, Chavarria, managed to drive the runs in and then just got a little too much off of first base and got thrown out. But she did her work. She did the important job, which was to get the big hit, drive the runs in, and now it's like it's a 0-0 game. We're all tied up again, and Hernandez at the bat, the bottom of the order for Roswell. As Rodriguez leans in, and the first one is fouled back, straight back over our heads. In fact, I think it hit the top of the booth up there. I hope it didn't get anything they have any equipment or something up there. So strike 1, 0-1 on Hernandez. Hernandez playing left field for them. The ball comes in, and it is going to be a strike.
Yeah, just kind of dribbled that one down. Corral gets to it, but it was in foul territory. But quickly, Rodriguez up now. No balls, 2 strikes.
So 0-2 the count on Hernandez. And that's going to be high for ball 1 as Quiroga comes out of the crouch to grab that one. 1-2 the count now. So a tie ball game for all in the top of the 4th, and Roswell High at bat, looking to try to break the tie. Lovington wants to contain them, and another foul ball is going to go up and over to the right. Not just to the right of the media booth up here. And that will stay 2 strikes, so 1-2 still the count. A breezy, cool Saturday here in Lovington, as most people who are outside have jackets, even blankets, and caps, and that wind is definitely a bit chilly. I liked playing in this kind of weather, and that's going to be low over the plate, but low for
strike 3.
Oh, strike 3. Oh, okay, call strike 3. I thought it was going to be low, but we'll take that strikeout for sure.
4th K of the ball game for Rodriguez, and now 1 down as it turns the lineup over for Emily Esquivel, the lefty center fielder.
And for Lovington, it's how you want to start off this at-bat for Roswell. You want to try to get them up. Lovington would like to get 3 up, 3 down, and keep Roswell from getting any runs. This one's going to be a high ball heading out to left field, though, and wow, a nice catch. She was running away from the ball toward the foul line, and Chavarria having to turn her glove over, not only make the difficult grab, but then hang on to it while she's running. That was a beautiful catch, and Esquivel thrown out on a fly to left field. For second out, third batter up is Aragon, the shortstop for Roswell, right-handed batter. She hit into, she got on a fielder's choice and scored her last time up and struck out her first time. First pitch is going to be in, and it's a ball. So 1-0 the count on Aragon. Lovington off to a good start in this top of the 4th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. And there's a dribbler to the third baseman. Corral picks it up, fires over to Olguin at first, and a throw out. What an efficient inning. I think only about 6 pitches were thrown in that at bat for Roswell, and that's the third out. So no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We're all tied up. Lovington has a chance to change that and move ahead, and we'll be back with more Lovington softball right here from Lovington on HobbsAmerica.com and Lovington Sports YouTube.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Roswell High goes 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth, all tied at 4 with the call. Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, TJ. Layla Hernandez, your first batter up for Lovington. And yes, they managed to keep Roswell from getting a score. And there's a hit, a little fly. Oh, and reaching over her head is the shortstop Aragon to get that. First, Layla Hernandez stood up, hit the first pitch she saw, and unfortunately, that's 1 out. But Lovington still has plenty of time left. Try to get a run on. They want to break this tie for sure, and Quiroga can do it. The catcher up to the plate, batting in the 8th slot for Lovington. And first pitch is in, swing and a miss, as Quiroga took a big cut at that, and it was a good pitch. He just
Morales
swung
took
under
a little
it.
bit off of it,
Yeah.
looked like.
And Quiroga was just a little out in front of it and a little under that pitch. So 0-1 the count. Oh, and that's high for ball number 1. So the count 1-1 as your catcher Quiroga up to the plate. She, let's see, she reached on a
She
pass
singled.
ball. She singled. Okay, so that's
Singled
a single.
and moved to second
okay.
on the pass ball.
Yeah, I'm seeing the. I'm reading. I
Trying
wasn't
to read
keeping
my
score.
hieroglyphs.
Yeah, it's okay. I thank you for keeping that book, and that's low and inside for ball 2. So 2-1 on Quiroga, who singled her first her first time up. This is just her second plate appearance in the game. She's looking to make it a good one, get on base, and get something started for the Lovington girls. They want to break the tie here, and they're at bat. That's going to be high for ball 3. 3-1 the count. So Quiroga trying to get on base. Either hit another single like she did her first time up at bat, or maybe even get something a little stronger, or maybe even just take the walk. We'll put them on. We'll say yes to a walk. You bet. That's going to put Quiroga on first with 1 out and bring up Ellis to the plate. Ellis is your
And
right
actually,
fielder.
We're going to
have a change.
Have a sub. It'll be Malaya Castro coming in to pinch hit for Ellis.
All right, so Malaya Castro. Malaya doing a very fine job in basketball for the Lovington Lady Cats this year, but she's really a natural athlete.
Up to the plate, number 10, Malaya Castro. 21, can you do something for me?
So first time we've seen Castro bat this season. Of course, just our second game of the year.
Can you do something for me?
So Castro will come up to the plate in place of Ellis in the 9th and at the bottom of the order for Lovington here in the bottom of the 4th, as we're all tied up 4 apiece. Lovington and Roswell. First pitch is going to be low in the dirt, and stealing second base is Quiroga, who reached on a walk.
And actually, that's Chloe Corral,
Oh,
courtesy
Chloe Corral.
running.
Okay, so Quiroga, the catcher, with Chloe Corral, the courtesy runner in. Nice stolen base puts Lovington in scoring position with Castro at the plate. Oh, and inside and low, and in fact, it gets past Marquez, and that's going to put the courtesy runner Corral all the way over on third.
Yeah, the wild pitch gets her over there, and so now Lovington, with just one out, has the potential go-ahead run just 60 feet away.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to piece together take whatever you can, and that's going to be a ball up and away. So the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes on Castro. Your pinch hitter in for Ellis. And again, Quiroga sitting on third. And that's going to be in the dirt, and that is going to put Castro on first base. So runners at the corners for Lovington now, as top of the order is coming up. That's Avery Marquez.
Number 3, Avery Marquez.
She's a center fielder for Lovington. And she hit a single and crossed the plate her last time up. She crossed the plate on a wild pitch, and she had a fly out to right field her first time up. So she's 1 for 2, coming up with an opportunity to get a run or 2 or even 3 across the plate. Break the tie. She shows bunt, pulls the bat up, the ball thrown down to third, while the runner on second, Castro, takes second base. So the throw down to third to keep Quiroga on, keep her from coming to the plate, does not catch her. So no outs, no problem. And that ball was a ball. So 1-0 the count on Marquez. This is going to hit the dirt before it hits the plate. Go. It's going to get behind Marquez, and that will score 1. Quiroga comes in on the wild pitch. So give Lovington a 1-run advantage here, and they're not done. As Castro moving over to third on that. Quiroga crossing the plate, making it a 5-4 game. Lovington in the lead. And just the one out.
And
that's going to get away. Exactly. Marquez has to chase that one, and that's going to bring in Castro from third. So wild pitches. And I would say that's a wild pitch.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
the last 2 have been.
Yeah, it hit the dirt. And definitely, so that wild pitch is costing Roswell a couple of runs here. Lovington right there poised. They played smart ball to get runners in scoring position. And that's going to be ball 4 and put Marquez. So that's another walk. Marquez takes first base.
All of a sudden, Morales is kind of losing her control and focus, and it'll be a timeout as Coach Marujo, I believe that's Assistant Coach Marujo, going to come over and talk and try and settle down his pitcher as he pulls the entire infield in. While we've got a moment, say a big thanks to our friends at the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, Devon Energy, First American Bank of Lovington, Now Pharmacy, Lovington Auto Supply, the Lovington Schools, and Stone Oilfield Services, making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Lady Cat and Wildcat Sports here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
So 3 walks in a row and a couple of wild pitches, allowing Lovington to score 2 runs here. Just 1 out and 1 runner on base. And yes, Roswell High in a bit of trouble. We'll see if we've got a pitching change here, or yeah, but it looks like we will have a pitching change. I can't catch the number. It looks like that's number 12.
Yep, number 12 will take over pitching. So that will
was
be
Aragon. So she will move from shortstop to pitch. And she's a right-handed pitcher taking her warm-up pitches right now. So Aragon will come in for Morales. Will they just switch positions, I'm wondering?
I'm thinking the way they're standing out there, probably so.
So it might be Morales going to shortstop. We'll see. Because it definitely looked like Morales did not go to the dugout. So it looks like they may simply switch.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's exactly what's going to happen. So
while she finishes taking her warm-up pitches, we'll remind you there is just 1 out in this at-bat. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Lovington has just broken the tie. They're up 2 runs, just 1 out and 1 runner on, and it is Honey Morales up to the plate next. Now, they had, was it Sabri Sanchez who came in?
Sanchez is playing in the field for Morales, who's the DP.
Okay, Morales is the DP. Sanchez is at second base. Again, I'm just interpreting the the book here. Thank you for keeping that for me before I got here, TJ.
Like I said, my hieroglyphs.
Yeah, we don't keep it exactly the same, but you keep a good book, I have to say. It's not bad at all.
And yes, Morales will move to short as Edagon takes over in the ring.
All right, so our Morales, in the meantime, is up at the plate, and Honey is looking to move her runners around and get on base herself, or maybe batter in. She shows bunt, leaves the bat down, and it gets past Marquez again and sends Marquez over there to second base. So she moves over on the pass ball.
And now they're going to go change out face mask, looks like, for Edagon, and they called that ball 1. And so Morales getting the bat up in time.
Yep, she dropped it down, showed bunt, but pulled it back. And Morales, who is pitching, or Aragon rather, I guess is.
Yeah, Aragon.
Aragon, the pitcher, has I guess she changed out her face mask. Don't need the face mask at short, although some players do choose to put a face mask on when they're fielding. In fact, Roswell's third baseman has a field mask on. And that is definitely going to hit the outside corner and be called strike 1. So 1-1 count now on Honey Morales at the plate with a runner on second in scoring position for Lovington. They're up by 2 now. It's 6-4 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Only 1 out, and Lovington looking to increase their lead. That's going to be high for ball number 2. So 2-1 the count. And Morales hit a fly to center field her last time up, and her first time she hit a single and ended up scoring the first run for Lovington in that first at-bat. Here she is with a 2-1 count. That is going to be just a shade outside as Marquez tried to frame that up, try to get the ump to call that a strike, but instead it's 3. Ball 3, 3-1 now the count. And the runners, there's a nice crack, a high fly ball headed to right field. Coming up under that is Ornelas, and she makes the catch. And not enough time for Marquez to even try to get off the bag. So a pop out to the right fielder becomes out number 2, and that brings up number 17, Zabri Rodriguez, your pitcher, to the plate for Lovington. She walked and scored a run her last time up, and she
grounded out
to the first baseman. First pitch is going to be a little outside and high for ball number 1 on Rodriguez. So that's Marquez over on second. She worked a walk and then got to second on a pass ball. A pop up to the right fielder sent Morales down second, and that is a swing and fouled over. It's going to be a slow roller that goes over to the Roswell dugout for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. 2 outs, 1 on. Lovington up by 2, would like to increase that. Rodriguez gets back to the box, calls for a little time while she gets the dirt redistributed, gets her feet set. And now that's going to be a change-up that's telegraphed, a big watermelon that stays up high and outside for ball number 2. And 2-1 the count now. Rodriguez back in the box. Looking to help her teammates out here and swing, and she's way in front of that one. Snaps the bat around and sends that one foul over to the Roswell dugout. Sharply hit, but becomes strike number 2. So the count even now on Rodriguez. 2 outs, 1 on. And Rodriguez looking to try to get on. Maybe move Marquez around. Maybe score a run here. Lots of possibilities. The pitch comes in, and it's a floater, stays up high above the letters for ball 3. So now the count full with 2 outs, 1 on. Lovington has scored 2 runs in this inning. They'd like to increase that even more if they can. But they're in a good position now, and that's going to be a swing and a miss as the ball comes in a little low. It takes a little off of that, and Rodriguez just out in front of that. So swing and a miss, strike out, becomes third out, and that ends Lovington's at bat, but not before they get a couple of runs across the plate. Your score now 6-4. We go to the top of the fifth inning, and we'll be back with more Lovington girls softball here from Lovington on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
For Lovington in the bottom of the fourth inning, 2 runs, no hits, no errors committed by Roswell, and 1 runner left on. We head to the fifth, and with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
And thank you very much. Yeah, it's always an interesting stat when you look and you realize you've scored some runs with no hits, right? That means that you're doing some smart things playing small ball, but you get a little help from the other team as well, and that's nice. Lovington up by 2 runs. They need to keep Roswell from getting those runs back right here. And the first pitch in on Ornelas is going to be a ball, a little bit high. Nice over the plate action by Rodriguez, but just a little high. She brings this one down, and just misses.
Yep, Quiroga tried to frame it up, but the ump was like, nope, just a little bit too far out.
Man,
Yep.
and he leaned, and he wanted to call it a strike. I think he just couldn't, so 2-0 the count. And this is going to be a strike. Yeah, it was nice as she brought that back over, kind of a little late movement in the inside on that ball, and Ornelas took a swat at it, got a piece of it, but just enough for a strike. So 2-1 the count now. Nice pitch. Rodriguez doing a good job varying them. Oh, and there's just a little dribbler back to the mound. She picks it up and tosses it over to Olguin at first for 1 out. So, yeah, some good pitching, but nice fielding there, too. Sometimes sometimes as in the field, you take something for granted. You see a dribbler, you see something, and it can actually cause a lot of trouble if you don't, do the fundamentals of softball and really watch it, grab it, make a good toss, take your time, and take all the time you need. And that's how you make it look easy. But those little things are not always easy for teams. And the first pitch in for the next batter up, Morales, is definitely going to be a ball. Just a little.
That was close.
It does. It looked good for me, too. I thought, wow, I saw why I waited to give him time to indicate, because just a little bit high and outside maybe. That's going to hit the inside corner as a beautiful comeback for Rodriguez right on the inside of the plate. She's got that nice little slider that just kind of comes right across and catches the inside corner. So 1-1 is the count. And that one is popped up high, and coming up under it is at second base Sanchez, and she's got it again. Those little pops that can hang a long time in the air can be tough when they finally come down, and she makes the grab and hangs on to it.
Well, and especially with the wind gusty, it can also move around on you and do some other things. So good heads-up play by Sanchez, and she used 2 hands.
Yes.
I know that's the first time this season I'm bringing that up. But
yeah, that's fundamentals, man. I mean, when you can, sometimes the circumstances are if you're reaching way across your body or something, you can't put 2 hands up. But when you can, that's what you want to do. You make the grab, you keep the ball in the glove. And there's a swing and a miss and a high fly ball going out to center field. Marquez has to move over to her left, but she does. And the wind definitely made that drift just a little bit.
That one in the park, too.
And Marquez, but she followed the ball and made a nice grab for it. So a fly out to center field gives 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Lovington still leading 6-4. More Lovington softball coming up.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
In the top of the fifth inning, Roswell High goes 1-2-3. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, Lovington hanging on to the 6-4 lead. And with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
Yeah, thank you. You know, Rodriguez had pitched 8 pitches in that at-bat against Roswell. That's pretty efficient for those 3 outs, and that's what you want to see. Keep your pitch count low. Keep your pitcher as fresh as you can.
And a pinch hitter coming in for Lovington. That'll be Ariana Garcia.
Garcia at the plate, and she watches a good one. She, of course, this is her first chance to see the pitcher, and a lot of times you just want to get the time. You just want to kind of see the ball, get your legs under you, and kind of watch that. She does, and she draws the strike. 0-1 the count, but now she's ready. This one's going to stay high and outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count on the pitch hitter, Garcia. And, of course, she's batting in place of Jocelyn Olguin, who struck out her second time up the plate and walked her first time. And this pitch comes in, and, again, it's a ball. So 2-1 the count on Garcia. Lovington ahead by 2 runs here in the bottom of the fifth. They'd like to increase that. And a big high fly is going to be at the screen, and it's going to be just outside. I thought it was going to hit in. So did Marquez, who got up and followed the ball, but it hit.
And again, I think that's the wind, because it is blowing left to right. And it's also blowing slightly in now, and I think that one got just high enough that Garcia got a little bit of movement on that ball, and it just eked out. And so would have been a tough play right at the fence line, but might have been an out. So
it had
like getting a free strike.
Yeah, had a lot of spin on that ball. Just becomes strike 2, and that's going to stay inside and low for ball 3. Now the count's full on Garcia, as she's got a pretty good bat going. That ball that she hit, the high pop spinning foul on, would have been a call strike, I believe. It was a good ball to hit. And this is going to be, she thought it was going to be inside and ball 4 and was ready to take the walk, but the ump pulled the trigger on it and said it caught the corner, and a strikeout is the first out of the at-bat for Lovington. Brings up Corral to the plate. She's your third baseman. So Angelina Corral walked and scored a run her last time up and grounded out her first time up. And she watches the first pitch come in. It's going to be just a little high and outside for ball number 1. So Corral with a 1-0 count on her. 1 out, nobody on. Lovington still with some room and time in this at-bat to try to increase their lead. And a swing and a little dribbler on the ground to shortstop. Marquez picks it up, fires to Tarin at first, and out number 2. So 2 outs, nobody on, but Lovington's still in it. They can get a 2-out rally going here with help from Annalie Chavarria. Annalie in left field for Lovington.
Annalie has had a pretty good day in the field. She's worked a walk and she's singled, but she's had a couple of base running errors that have cost the Cats some outs.
At the bat, and the first pitch is going to be a strike. So Chavarria with an 0-1 count on her.
Of course, last time up, she had the 2 RBI single, which gave them the lead, 6-4.
And really smacked that ball, but good in her last at bat. Looking to do that again here, and not going to do it on that one. Not unless you got an extension, about an 8-inch extension on the end of her bat.
Yeah, pretty sure that would make it an illegal bat.
Yeah. So instead, she lets it go by. and it becomes a ball. 1-1 is your count on Chavarria, your left fielder for Lovington. Oh, and a nice straight up the middle, nice line drive shot as she waited on that. That was a bit of a changeup, and she saw it, and she took that extra half a second, waited on it, and just pointed the bat and slid it up first, right up the middle, just to the left of second base. To the left as we're looking at it. And she's on first, so a nice single put Chavarria on. And yes, indeed, maybe a 2-out rally going on, powered by Chavarria here. Oh, and that's going to be in the dirt.
And hit
it hit her, so she's going to take first base. And even if it hadn't hit her, it was in the dirt enough that that Chavarria over there on first started running towards second to be able to take that ball. So Hernandez gets on a hit by pitch. And so runners on first and second for Lovington, and Anaí Quiroga, the catcher, up to the plate.
Quiroga singled back in the second, walked and scored in the fourth.
And the first pitch is hit, and it gets through the left baseman. Nope. They're going to say, yep, it does. It gets through, and it's stopped by Hernandez out there in the field.
So that'll load him up as Quiroga took it on the first. The question is that a single or is that an error? Because it went through the 5-hole of Lucero.
Yeah,
it was. Like she didn't get down on it enough.
It was pretty sharply hit there.
We'll give it a single.
We'll give it a single. It was sharply hit, and I think if it hadn't been so sharply hit, I just think it was a reaction there. So bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Castro up for Lovington. Pinch hitting again for Ellis. And the first one in is going to be a ball. She looked at it, thought that she might be able to smack that one, but she does let it go, and it's a call ball.
Worked the walker last time up.
Right, and scored on a wild pitch. This one comes in, a little bit of heat. And Castro's just a tiny bit behind it. It was a good pitch to try to hit, and she took a nice cut at it. So 1-1 is your count on Castro. 2 outs, bases loaded. Lovington in the lead by 2, but they'd like to increase that here. And another good one, and Castro is kicking herself. She took a swing at it and just missed it again, as there was a little bit of late movement on that ball, and it broke to the outside just a little bit, just out of the reach of Castro's bat. So 1-2 is your count. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and a swing and a miss as she goes down swinging, though. At least she was swinging on all 3 of those pitchers and trying, but that's going to be the 3rd out, and Lovington stays 2 runs in the lead, though, after no runs in this bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Lovington still leading 6-4. More Lovington softball coming up on Lovington Sports YouTube and HubsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now a Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
The Lady Cats threaten in the bottom of the 5th. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We head to the 6th. Lovington 6, Roswell 4. And with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
And thank you very much. As top of the 6th inning, and Roswell, it's toward the middle of their order. It is Alana Tarin, first baseman, coming up to the plate. First pitch is going to be in. Going to be just a little high and outside for ball number 1. Good. Pretty good first pitch for Rodriguez, as it had pretty good heat on that. Trying to get Tarin to chase just a little. Tarin lets it go. First batter up, nobody on, and that is going to be a beautiful pitch. That she brought that in just a little bit more over the plate, and just a little
And
just a little bit heat, a little
good
bit
late
more
movement
heat
on it too.
Yeah.
So broke it over that outside corner.
1-1, and this is going to go inside. And again, a nice breaking ball to the inside just broke too much, and Tarin has to back up out of the box to get away from it. 2-1 the count now on Tarin, as Lovington's looking to keep Roswell from scoring in this inning, and that's going to be a little outside for ball 3. So Rodriguez doing a nice job of varying the speeds and the location of her pitches here, though, keeping the Roswell batters a little out of their comfort zone, hopefully. Oh, and just a little out. Oh, no, yes, he does. He does say that it caught the edge, and I was thinking it
was on the border.
Exactly. If it was, I was getting ready to call it a ball and say, oh, just a little outside for him, but he caught it. He thought she caught it, and I think he's right. That one caught the end of the bat, popped up. It's coming back, but the way the wind is working, Quiroga came out of her crouch and looking up and at it, and even Corral coming over from third base, but nobody could get it. I thought it was going to drift outside out of play, but it stayed inside the backstop. Becomes just another strike. So count remains full on Tarin. First batter up for Roswell. Oh, and that is just a little high. Oh, that was a good pitch, and I thought Tarin might go for it, but instead she takes the base on balls.
Just the third walk issued by Rodriguez in this ball game. So now the runner at first and the number 7 hitter Estrada to the plate.
And the potential tying run at the plate now. Estrada, second baseman for Roswell. First pitch is in. It's inside and a bit low for ball number 1. So no outs, 1 runner on. Top of the 6th inning, Lovington leading by 2, 6-4 over Roswell. And that's going to be outside. And the throw down to first, trying to get Tarin, does not get her. But a good snap throw by Quiroga. So 2-0 is the count on Estrada, who struck out her last time up. She had a single RBI her first time up, and that is going to come in third ball as 3-0 the count on Estrada now, as Rodriguez has got to throw a strike here. Got to put it over the plate, and she does. Beautiful as it catches the outside corner as well, so nice pitch.
Yeah, needed the strike right there, and the take sign obviously on, and so now the question is, can she come back with another strike?
I would put it right there. Oh, and a line drive shot out to center field. Marquez comes in on it a few steps to catch it. And I thought that was going to drop in, and I think the wind may have lifted that up just a little. Marquez, a good center fielder, has a lot of range out there, good speed, came in on it, made the sure catch, and keeps Tarin on first.
Yeah, holding it up just that extra half step, gave Marquez the chance she needed to get to it. Yeah, that one was in the process of dying, but a good play out there.
And a nice, a good fastball, just a little bit low. Had Marquez trying to pick that up, and she does, but it goes out of play over toward the Roswell dugout for strike number 1. So Rodriguez really doing some good pitching here today, finding her groove. Nice pitch, beautiful. Oh, and he's going to say it's just a little high.
I think Emily Marquez probably, she's not the tallest young lady anyway. I think she crouched down about another 3 inches. And
yeah, nice pitch, though. 1-1 the count, 1 out, 1 on. And that is going to find the outside corner, a call, strike 2.
Couldn't crouch down quite enough that time.
No, beautiful pitch. And Marquez with a 1-2 count on her. Runner Tarin on first, reaching on the walk. And this is going to be inside, and way in front of that, Marquez snaps that over, foul over down the third base line. In fact, coming over, Chavarria's got to come over from left field to go chase that one down. As a Marquez, very anxious and just way out in front of that pitch. So 1-2 the count on Marquez. 1 out, 1 on. That's Tarin on first. Lovington, if we could get a infield ground ball, maybe turn a double play here, get out of the inning. That's going to be low and outside for ball 2. Evens up the count, 2-2.
Of course, with softball, if you're going to turn the double play, it's got to be hit pretty hard on the ground and pretty much right at one of your middle infielders.
Yeah,
we've seen it happen.
We certainly have. Double plays happen all the time. And that is foul tipped back to the screen. Count remains 2-2. Marquez fouled out. She hit a pop foul ball that was a fly out that was caught by left fielder her last time up, and then it was a foul pop the last time up. The first time was a fly out.
That went on the ground.
And it's throw over to second to get the lead runner in time. So Tarin is thrown out at second, and it will be Marquez reaching on a fielder's choice. And that will be 2 outs now as Hernandez, the bottom of the order, comes up for Roswell.
And that was a good play there by Corral to come over and fire it over to Sanchez. That one, had a little bit of trouble written on it, and she thought about going to first, but noticed that she could get the runner, that being Tarin, didn't get just a great jump on that one, and so gave her time to get the lead runner at second.
So 2 outs, 1 on. That is, and a courtesy runner is going to come in for Marquez, the catcher, for.
And they're wearing a warm-up jersey, so we do not know who that is.
Right. And wearing the jackets because it is chilly.
It is chilly.
A lot of the girls wearing gloves as well.
Wished I'd have brought mine.
With the sun's out, but it's a cool wind. First pitch is in, and it's a swing and a miss on Hernandez. So strike 1. 2 outs, 1 runner on, a courtesy runner over there on first for the catcher Marquez, who reached on a fielder's choice. And this pitch is going to be high and outside, and Quiroga throws down to first, and the umpire says not in time as Marquez scrambles back, or the courtesy runner for Marquez scrambles back in time.
I guess Holguin, it looked like might have had her, but must have bounced on the dirt before the tag came in.
And this is a high fly ball. Coming up under it is second baseman Sanchez. She makes the grab, hangs on to it. She called everybody off and said, nope, mine. And she indeed owned that one, and third out. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for Roswell. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Lovington still leading 6-4, and we'll be back with more Lovington softball.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Hey, Wildcat fans, Wildcat sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong. Go Big Blue.
Into the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th, Lovington leading 6-4 with the call. Dawn Morgan.
And bringing up top of the order, Avery Marquez, leadoff batter for Lovington. Looks at the first pitch. It's high and outside for ball 1. Marquez worked a walk and got left on base her last time. She hit a single, scored her second time up, and she had a fly out to right field her first time up, and that's going to be just a little outside as well. So 2-0 the count. Good eye by Marquez as we're here in the bottom of the 6th. The Lovington up by 2, 6-4 over Roswell High. They'd like to increase that lead if they can. And a good, sharply hit ground ball is going to find its way between short and third and get picked up by Hernandez out left field, thrown into second base. And that's going to be a nice single, leadoff single for Marquez.
Nice job there, as you mentioned, by Marquez. But Lovington trying to break a 7-game winning streak for this Roswell High team. And so need to put a couple more on the board if you want to feel really comfortable going into that top of the 7th.
And this is going to be Sabri Sanchez, your
Actually, that's Honey Morales.
Yes, and a throw down to second. Gets Marquez as that throw by Marquez behind the plate gets Marquez, Lovington's center fielder, gets her thrown out, and there's a girl down.
Yeah, pretty good collision over there between Marquez and Morales, the shortstop covering.
And she's on her hands and knees. We have an injury timeout. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of her, as she's a lot of times when you're on your hands and knees like that, you just can't get your breath. So we'll see as everybody goes out, and we'll just take this time to remind you we are here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and 1 out for Lovington. As the ball game is 6-4, they lead Roswell High by 2, and we have.
Of course, we'll have more Lovington Lady Cat softball for you coming up next week right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and also on HobbsAmerica.com. As we take a quick look at what we've got next week, we'll have a doubleheader here on Thursday as Santa Teresa and Gadsden both going to be coming to town. So games at 4 and 6. That'll be next Thursday. That'll be our next broadcast for the Lovington Lady Cats. We'll actually start the Lovington boys, the baseball team, on Tuesday as they'll take on Dexter over at Wildcat Park. So that'll be at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. The Lady Cats' next game after today will be in Carlsbad on Tuesday, but we'll have the boys that day, and then the doubleheader next Thursday for the Lovington Lady Cats. Is still
we still
lot
have
of time going on out there. I'll go ahead and move the camera off the injury there.
Still have a Roswell High player out, and we've got coaches and trainers out there with her. So, we'll take a minute here. Yes, I misspoke a moment ago because I'm looking at Sabri Sanchez, who plays second base, which is position 4 in the book, actually. And she is playing in the field. But number 4, wearing the jersey 4, is Honey Morales, who is your designated player hitting in place of Sanchez. So the 4s and the 4s threw me just a little bit, but it is Morales.
And again, my hieroglyphs on your book. So
My bad on that, but so that means that Morales is at the bat, and that the ball that was thrown, I thought that she had a pitch on her, but they didn't put it up on the I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was ball.
It was a ball. It was a low ball, kind of in the dirt. So there is a ball, a 1-0 count on Morales at the plate.
And their Morales is being helped off the field by the training staff and the coaches, and she is not putting any weight at all
on that left foot.
Left leg. Yeah,
that
left leg, left
foot.
ankle. So.
So let's hope it's not a serious injury. It's enough to bring her off the field, and they'll send somebody in to play. I believe she was the second baseman. Is that?
I believe they're going to be. They're warming up Myra Bustamante out there.
Okay, so that is Sanchez.
And
who
actually,
comes
it looks
out.
like they're going to put. Looks like they're going to put Aragon back at short.
Okay, so Aragon goes back to short.
And Bustamante will start pitching. Looks like.
Okay, so Aragon goes back to short, and Bustamante will pitch.
That's what it looks like. Anyway,
all right.
So.
I believe you. So we'll make those changes in our book, and if there is a new pitcher, she'll get some warm-up.
And they're going to put Bustamante over at short.
Bustamante at short.
And she was wearing the face mask and warming up like a pitcher. That's why I...
Okay. So Bustamante takes the position at short. Aragon stays in at the mound, or in the circle.
How many years ago did they take away the mound?
It was after I was pitching. That's why I have a tendency
and it's
to
after I've been calling them. So I mean, it hadn't been with
That's why I call it the mound instead of the circle. It's still hard for me to get used to. And that's going to be high and away for ball 2. So 2-0, the count. Personally, I liked that angle as a pitcher. I don't know.
I think it was probably done for safety's sake.
Yeah.
But.
And a swing and a foul off to the right, out of play.
Hits the light standard and rattles it pretty good there.
And
the bird on top was disturbed.
It ricochets off the light pole onto the top of the Lovington dugout, becomes strike 1. So 2-1 the count. And 2-1 your count with 1 out, nobody on. Lovington in the lead by 2 runs. That's going to be a call strike, a beautiful pitch.
Right at the top of the zone.
Yeah, just right there across the outside of the plate, top of the zone. And Morales nods like, okay, now I'm ready. I know. 2-2 the count on her as Lovington's looking to get something started. They thought they had the rally started with Marquez, who reached on a single, but then got thrown out trying to advance to second base. And that's going to stay high up, and 3-2 the count now as it runs full on Morales, trying to get a one-out rally going for Lovington. They'd like to increase that lead. They've got 2 runs over Roswell, but you never feel like it's enough. You always want to try to get as many as you can. And a good smack, a high ball, stays fair. Nope, it goes foul, and coming over under it was Tarin, your first baseman. So was that the first or was that second baseman?
Out.
Second.
Yep, it was Tarin from first into foul territory.
Okay, but it was Tarin. That's what I was talking about. I know it was the second out, but I thought it was the second baseman maybe who had come over for it. So the pop out is out number 2. Caught by Tarin at first and brings up Sabre Rodriguez, the pitcher. That's going to be low and inside for ball number 1. Let's see, Rodriguez struck out her last time up, walked and scored her second time, and she grounded out her first. So she's still looking for a hit. Sabre Rodriguez hungry to hit that ball here, but we'll get on any way you can. Oh, and a nice hit. That is going to be her first hit of the game. Beautiful line drive out between left and center. Coming over, Esquivel fielding that, throwing it into second, but a solid hit ball by Rodriguez. Puts her on first.
So now the 2-out single, and it'll bring Jocelyn Holguin up. Holguin 0 for 2, and as you say, 0 for 2 and due out of the cleanup hitter for these Lady Cats.
And that is number 9, Holguin. She had Garcia in for her. Oh, and a nice line drive out to center is going to fall right in front of Esquivel. And that is going to put Holguin on the base. So now Lovington does have the 2-out rally going. Bases for runners on first and second.
Number 13, Angelina Corral.
And Corral up at the plate now, your third baseman for Lovington. Runners on first and second as the Lady Cats looking to increase their lead over Roswell here. They lead 6-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. They'd like to get some more runs across, and a swing and a foul tip out or foul ball out of play off to our right becomes strike number 1. Corral, let's see, she grounded out, got thrown out by the shortstop her last time up. She walked and scored a run her second time at bat, and she grounded out to second base her first time up. And that's going to be low in the dirt as Marquez has to corral that. No pun intended with Corral at the bat, but Marquez grabs that and blocks it out, keeps the runners on first and second. And Corral looking to get on or move them around, and that's ball high, ball number 2. A throw over to first base, just trying to catch the runners off and maybe try to get some base running, try to force errors and force base running mistakes. But Lovington
has made a couple today, but not that time.
Not this time. They stay put, and a 2-1 count becomes a 3-1 count. So that's just a little bit outside and
pretty
high.
Close. If it was 2 strikes, I think you have to go for that. But now with just 1, okay, you can let that one go.
So 3-1 your count on Corral. 2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a ground ball over to the shortstop. She picks it up. That's Bustamante over to Estrada. And a throw out, 6-4, becomes the 3rd out. And some Lovington threatens but comes up short in the bottom of the 6th. But still a 2-run lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning. We'll be back with more Lovington girls softball.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Lady Cats threaten but come up empty in the bottom of the sixth. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So we head to the top of the 7th, final chance for the Lady Coyotes of Roswell High with Lovington in the lead. And with the call, Dawn Morgan.
That's right. Lovington 2 runs ahead at this point. 6-4 is your score. Top of the order up for Roswell as number 7, Emily Esquivel, your center fielder, coming up to the plate. And Lovington, man, it's tough. They had 3 hits in that at-bat, and they were not able to get a run in. And, coming into the 7th inning, you sometimes you want to get your lead padded as much as you can because this is the last at-bat for Roswell. And the first pitch is hit, and it's going to be a high fly ball. Stays foul over along the left field line. Some good hustle over there, but that ball was not gettable at all. It stayed hung up enough. I think it gave hope as Marquez Hernandez gave chase to it, and so did Chavarria in left field, but it was not gettable. So strike 1, 0-1 on Esquivel. And that's going to be just a little outside and low. It's going to get past Quiroga, but nobody on, so no problem. 1-1 the count now on Esquivel as Lovington needs to get these 3 outs as efficiently as they can and not let Roswell get anything cooking here, not let them get anything going. That is going to be, yes,
Beautiful
it's going to,
pitch.
Going to catch the outside corner. Of course, Esquivel batting from the left side of the plate. And that ball comes in.
Lady Cats have had a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings. They'd like one here.
And that ball, nice late breaking action. There's a long, high fly ball out to center, and it's going to go over. Marquez goes to the fence and watches it go over her head past the flag out there, and a single, a 1-run home run for Esquivel cuts the lead for Lovington down to just 1. This is why I made the point there in the bottom of the 6th inning when Lovington really needed to get a few more runs across the board just to pad that lead, because you never know when a team is behind and when they're going to launch a rally on you and come back. So Esquivel with the homer makes it a 6-5 ball game and brings up Aragon to the plate. The
and
shortstop.
No doubter there, because even with the wind coming in, I mean, that one cleared.
It sailed.
Yeah, out there between Martin Boot Company and Select Well Service. So.
Yeah, it just it was really launched. Aragon, first pitch is a call strike. So 0-1 the count on Aragon. As Aragon struck out, reached on a fielder's choice and got grounded out her first 3 plate. And there's a long fly ball. It's going out to left field. It's going to drop as Chavarria she ran as hard as she could. Oh, and the throw in as Aragon rounds first and goes for second, and the throw not in time. So Aragon has a single and advances on the throw. I would.
Yeah, it's a single.
I would stand
it's a
by
single
that.
on a stolen base.
Yeah, a single. I stand by that single.
Notice
calling that a single.
Yeah, kind of a little lazy, lackadaisical throw coming in, and it let Aragon go to second.
And the coach was watching it and signaled. She just rounded first and went for second. So in scoring position now with no outs, and there is a long fly ball. Chavarria coming under that one, catches, grabs it, and keeps the runner at second. So 1 out. So Lovington has a little bit of a reprieve here, but they've got to get these other 2 outs pretty quickly because the tying run is sitting on second, and the possible go-ahead run is at the plate with Sari Morales, your pitcher, was your pitcher, and then went to, I think maybe she's just your designated player now. And Morales cutting at that first one and sends it foul.
And actually, that's Bustamante.
That is Bustamante
Morales
instead of
was out,
Morales.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at my book thinking, wait a minute, where's all this hen scratching going here? So Bustamante at the plate with 1 strike on her. A swing and a foul tip back to the backstop is strike 2.
And a tough situation for a pinch hitter to coming into the game on an injury timeout, and then with 1 out and your team trailing by a run and the tying run in scoring position. A tough place to come in for Bustamante.
right-handed hitter. And that's going to stay high and up for ball number 1. As, we've got Rodriguez has a strike or two to give and thought she might offer something up to Chase on an 0-2 count, getting Bustamante protecting the plate, maybe swatting at something a little high and outside. This one she brings back over the plate, but it's just too low. It's dead over the plate, but must have been just a little low, as the Lovington faithful also wanted to call strikeout that.
Quiroga tried to get it pulled up to knee level, and not buying it.
So 2-2 the count, and that a little dribbler back to the pitcher, and she fires it over to first base and gets the second sure out, which is your good play, 1-3 for the second out. And now Lucero, but the runner does move over to third on it. So you might look at that as a sacrifice, even though it was an out. And it turned out to be one of those, what I call a swinging bunt, because it was a little dribbler back to the mound. She swung. It was a full swing, but it kind of had the action like a bunt, like a fast bunt.
Now you can't worry about that runner at third,
Nope.
though. You got to worry about Lucero at the plate.
Got to worry about the out. And Lucero is at the plate, and a ground ball is going to get by Sanchez at second and get out to the field. Marquez comes over and fields it, but we have a tie game as Aragon comes in. So that is, and I think that's not even not an error.
No,
I think that was a
single.
That was a sharply hit ball and a hot grounder that just Sanchez could not get there in time and get down on it. So Lucero with an RBI single brings in Aragon, and that means we have a 6-6 ball game and brings up Tarin. She swings and catches a piece of it for strike number 1. Goes in the glove, though. So 0-1 the count. We're tied, so we're definitely going to go.
Going to have a bottom of the 7th.
We are going to have a bottom of the 7th, and that's going to be low and outside. So 1-1 the count on Tarin now, as Roswell launching a little rally here, able to get a couple of runs across so far. Lovington needs to shut him down right here, with Lucero sitting on first. 2 outs, 1 on, and so close, as that's just gonna miss the outside corner and be called ball. 2-1 the count now on Tarin. Tarin walked and got put out her last time at bat. Hit a single, got stranded, and hit a fly out. And that comes in. That's going to be ball number 3. So 3-1 the count now on Tarin. 2 outs, 1 on. We're tied 6-all now in the top of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. So strike number 2. Full count now on Tarin with 2 outs, full count. 2 outs, 1 on, runner on first. Full count, Lovington needing to get this out. And a swing and a foul as Tarin stays alive, catching one on the end of her bat, sending it out of play behind us over to the left. So count remains full. So still a full count. Lucero on first after hitting that RBI single, tying up the game. A swing and a miss. Got her swinging. Got her to chase a high one, a riser, and a nice time for a strikeout with some heat on it. And that's going to end Roswell's threat, but they managed to tie it up. They put 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base, and we go to the bottom of the 7th as Lovington has got to get a run in. We're tied. If they don't want it to go into extra innings, Lovington needs to get a run here, and we'll be back with Lovington softball.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
In the top of the 7th, 2 runs for Roswell High on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 runner stranded. So for the Lovington Lady Cats, trying to win it in this bottom of the 7th inning. With the call, Dawn Morgan.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Roswell came into that top of the 7th doing what they needed to do. They got a home run, a 1-run home run. They had 2 other singles, and ended up with those 3 hits, and now it's Lovington's turn. They got to come in swinging, hitting, and get at least 1 run across. If they can, then they would have a walk-off 7-6 victory here, and that's what they want to do. As up to bat, Annalise Chavarria, your left fielder. It's going to be high and outside for ball number 1. Lovington got to have that 1 run. 6-all is your score. This has been a good game. I missed the first couple of innings. I got here as Lovington was able to come back from being down a run, put runs on the board, stayed ahead, and Roswell did not catch up until this last at-bat at the top of the 7th inning.
Of course, Roswell's 7-1 for a reason so far in the young part of this season, but Lovington with a chance to bring it back here.
And a well-hit ball, high fly ball going out to center field and catching it on the run. Esquivel, credit where credit's due. It was a nice catch, and it robbed Chavarria of a hit. Chavarria, a well-hit ball out, and that wind did carry that too, but Esquivel did a good job tracking that and catching that. So a long fly out to 8 is the first out for Lovington. Layla Hernandez, your shortstop, up to the plate now.
Of course, Hernandez with the ability to end this with 1 swing. She had the 3-run homer yesterday against Hobbs.
Yes, she did. And she shows bunt, lays a beautiful one down, and uses her speed to beat it out, and she is on base. Layla Hernandez, that, I tell you what, we don't see very many bunts that are done well in either softball or baseball, and that was just darn near perfect. As she hit that, she deadened the ball, hit it, it rolled just enough out between the catcher and the pitcher
and
to make everybody,
and
slightly,
too,
yeah, and it made both of them come chase it, and then she used her speed to beat it out. Layla Hernandez with a bunt single on first, giving Lovington the hope and bringing up. Oh, and now she's going to be able to steal second on it as Hernandez uses a pass ball. The catcher knocked that down and then just lost it in the dirt. And so Hernandez stealing second base on that pass ball, in Quiroga taking that first low down in the dirt ball. 1-0 the count on Quiroga, your catcher. So your potential winning run sitting out there on second base in the form of Hernandez and Quiroga at the bat. And now Roswell's coach wants to come out and talk to the head umpire about something.
Yeah, that's actually the assistant coach, but he comes out and he wants to ask something. So I'm not sure what this is all about. Now he's pointing over at the Lovington dugout.
And she's going to take her.
They're going to say intentional walk. So they're going to
okay.
They're going to give Quiroga the pass.
So they're going to put Quiroga
to put the forces on.
Yep. And so Quiroga, intentional walk, takes first base. And that puts, of course, Hernandez over there on second anyway. So runners at first and second for Lovington. And that brings up, and they're going to have Malaya Castro.
Up to the plate.
Castro taking the place of Ellis, has been playing in right field too.
Going to be batting in place of Ellis in that 9th batting slot. Just 1 out for Lovington. Just 1 out. Runners on first and second, and all Lovington need is 1 run across to win this game. Lovington just needs 1 run to win. And a well-hit ball. Is it stay fair? Oh, no, it goes foul. Castro was ahead of that and just smacked it. All she needs to do, as they say, is straighten it out. And that was just a beautiful line drive shot. Castro
jumped all over it.
Just nailed it. And it looked like that it might stay fair, but it went foul. So it just becomes a long strike 1 for Castro. And this is going to be low for ball 1. So a good eye by Castro. She just was all over that, snapped it, and hit such a good, solid line drive shot out there. 1-1 the count. 2 on, 1 out. And that's going to come high, float and stay high for ball number 2. 2-1 on Castro now. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Castro at the plate. Lovington just needs one run to win this over Roswell High. And there's a little pop. It's going to go foul. And is Tarin going to go over and catch that?
Yep.
So, yeah, so Castro a little behind that, catches the end of it and sends a pop foul over near the Lovington dugout. And Tarin is able to catch that for out number 2. And that can bring up the top of the order. A fly out to the first baseman for Castro brings up Marquez. Marquez, your leadoff batter for Lovington now. And she launches one. That's out of the park. It's gone. It's gone. And that is the game-winning home run. A walk-off 3-run homer by Marquez. The first pitch she sees launched out there over the fence between left and center. And Lovington wins this one. Lovington wins this one 9-6. 9-6, your final score. And wow, woo, a heart-stopping finish, an exciting game, and a great win for Lovington. I tell you what, they might be rethinking. Roswell High decided to intentionally walk Quiroga, put her on base, and play the percentages there. And I think if they had to do that again, they might do something differently. But a beautiful walk-off 3-run homer by Marquez ends this one, and Lovington can celebrate 9-6 over Roswell High. We'll be back to wrap this one up here. More Lovington girls softball coming up.
Hey, Wildcat fans, Wildcat sports are back. No fans in the stands aren't going to hold the Cats back. Catch all the action on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, links on the school website, social media, also streaming live at HobbsAmerica.com. The Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats are the finest in the West, and we can't wait to cheer on all our athletes. Thank you to the Wildcat family for your continued support. We are Wildcat Strong.
Stone
Go Big
Oil
Blue.
Field Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oil Field Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oil Field Services.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back. A win for Lovington. It came down to the bottom of the 7th inning. We were tied at 6 apiece going into this at-bat for Lovington. They did what they needed to do. A 3-run homer and a walk-off homer by Avery Marquez gives Lovington the 9-6 victory over Roswell High, TJ.
Well, and a very exciting final line in this one. Lovington 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 6 runners left on. For Roswell High, they get 6 runs on 7 hits. They commit 1 error, and they also leave 6 runners stranded. With the walk-off win, Lovington will improve back to 500 on the season, 4-4, and they will drop Roswell High to 7-2.
So a nice showing by Lovington, having lost to Hobbs yesterday evening. They come in and they look very sharp and good in this one in all ways of the game. So yeah, nice to have Lovington back in the W column, and of course this means that Lovington catches a little momentum, carries that into their next game.
Well, and their next game will be Tuesday in Carlsbad against the Carlsbad Cave Girls. We will not have that game for you here, but our next Lady Cats broadcast will actually be next Thursday, a doubleheader with Santa Teresa and Gadsden both coming to town, 4 and 6 o'clock. Tuesday, we will have the Lovington boys as they take on Dexter over at Wildcat Park. So just a quick programming note for the Lovington Sports YouTube channel for you.
All right. So nice job as Rodriguez goes the whole way in the circle for Lovington, and a good job there. I've got her down as with 4 strikeouts, or did she end up with 5?
She had 5.
I think she ended up with 5 and just 4 walks, and so nice showing on the mound or in the circle rather, and a good job by Lovington coming back, in this one and doing their job, what they needed to do. 9-6, your final score. Lovington beating Roswell High, and that's going to do it. So for TJ Miracle, I'm Dawn Morgan, and we are signing off on this cool, breezy Saturday with a Lovington victory, and we will be back next week with more Lovington Girls Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and on HobbsAmerica.com. Good day.